So tune in to your favorite station right here. Let's get it.
Hey, yo.
Street Anthems Live Mix Show.
Yeah, keep it locked.
Get live with DJ Will Money.
What's good? This is Kelby Cannon, publisher of Making It Magazine, here to let all my independent artists, producers, and DJs know about MakingItMag.com. Not only are we Atlanta's #1 magazine for the urban music industry, but we're a national platform that provides real opportunities, real exposure, and real industry connections. Just log on to MakingItMag.com, sign up for your membership, and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's MakingItMag.com, doing dope stuff for dope artists, 10 years strong.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
All right. K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the show. What's happening? It's good, family. What's good, everybody? Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the show. We're live back for another round of our direct line interviews over here on K100 Radio. And we got a full slate tonight. We got 4 back-to-back interviews that we're going to be doing with some pretty dope artists. Got some pretty good music for you guys to listen to. All my people checking us out over there on my Facebook Live camera. Got some videos for you guys to watch. People that may be checking us out over here on Instagram Live. You guys will be able to hear everything. Shout out to my people that's listening to us live right now over on K100Radio.com. If you're listening to us on our TuneIn app, on the K100 Radio mobile app, from the Play Store, on your iPhone or whatever, however you're tuning in, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. So what we do here on K100 Radio for our direct line interviews is we have a direct conversation with our guests, all right? And generally we talk to independent artists for the most part, but we talk to politicians, porn stars, all kind of people. But for these interviews, we like to just have a really quick, in-depth conversation with them. They last about 30 minutes, so these are shorter than our project premieres. But we play the songs that they got, their new releases. If they have a video, we're going to rock it over here on the Facebook Live, and you guys can check that out. All right, it's going to be dope. It's going to be a great night. We got 2 hours and 4 interviews, so let's go ahead and get into this. You dig?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, right. Hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
So without further ado, our first direct line interview on this particular lineup is the homie Alpha, man. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut to the chase and bring him on the line. Hey, yo, Alpha, what up, fam?
Yo, what's really good, man? Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely, man. Welcome to the show. For the first time for one of our direct line interviews, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. So listen.
Man, long time coming.
I know, man. So I always like to just kind of start off the show and kind of just step back. I'll pause the background music. And I'll let you introduce yourself real quick. Tell everybody who we rocking with and where you from, fam, and then we can go ahead and set this thing off. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Alpha. I'm an artist from Alpharetta, Georgia. That's partially where I got my name from. It's also an acronym for All Ears That Possess High Aptitude. And I want my artistry to reflect within my music, and hopefully that is what you guys observe and see when you hear my music today.
All right, Alpha. I did not know, but turn the background music back on. I did not know that Alpha was part of like Alpharetta. Like I don't know what I thought it was. I don't know what I thought you got that from, bro. I just like, okay, that was news to me. I learned something right then ASAP at the top of this interview.
Hey, I got you.
No, I didn't know that, but I mean, that's cool. Speaking of that, it's really rare, bro. I'm gonna tell you, it's really rare when we talk to an artist that's from the Atlanta area. Alpharetta is a suburb of Atlanta. It's considered Metro Atlanta, but it's really rare that you meet somebody, an artist that's coming from just the Metro Atlanta area, and they specifically rep that particular side of town, especially the north side. Like, I think you may be the only person I've ever interviewed that says, yeah, I'm representing Alpharetta. Like, ever. Everybody's like, I'm representing Atlanta. Why did you do that? Why take it to that approach? Most people just be like, oh, I'm from Alpharetta. I'm from Atlanta. Why did you single out that specific part of town?
Well, on the real, I'm just been myself. Like, this is where I've lived for like majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? And without a shadow of a doubt, Atlanta obviously has a direct impact on me, my life, my artistry, and all that. But, I just wanted to make a name that really represented the essence of myself. You know, so why not rep where I'm from in my name, along with, you know, what it stands for, as far as making sure that my art is something that resonates with the fans.
I get it. I listen. There's nothing wrong representing where you from specifically. Like, I'm from Panama City, Florida, and I tell people that all the time, even though I've been in Atlanta over 25 years.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But where I was born and raised, and the city that made me and gave me my initial game, I learned a lot more after the fact, but my initial game came from my hometown, so I always rep it. It's just very odd and seldom that you see that from somebody in the metro Atlanta area. It really is. But listen, we got a lot to cover, man. We got two great songs. We got two great songs with really two videos that we gonna play that you just released, man. But tell me about your grind. Like, how long have you actually been at it as an artist?
Oh man, I can answer that, and I want to be concise, so I'll answer it in like two ways. As far as grinding as an artist, I could say from day one, the day that I discovered my talent, I've always, you know, tried to get better, and so I'd say I've been doing that for over like 20 years. But as far as on the scene professionally, trying to get into industry, I'd say give or take 5 to 7 years, just because, you know, it's been on and off. But I specifically remember when you were there when I had my magazine feature with Making It Magazine. Shout out to Kelby. We going back to the Bar One days, if you recall.
Right.
And you were there, man. It was super dope. Like, you were there. It was pretty lit. And, you know, that magazine feature has been one of my, you know, things I treasure the most as far as what I've accomplished so far.
Absolutely, man. Well, listen, you've done a shout out to those guys over there Making It, man. You've done a lot, you know, on the grind. I've seen you release music. I've seen you put out a lot of material. I've noticed that you've got like I can't really recall whether or not when you first came out you was like this, but maybe you was. I just wasn't listening to the music as in depth as I have lately. But lately it seems like you're more on a political kick. Like, your music has political themes, social issues, social justice issues. It seems like that's a lot of music and a lot of stuff that you're putting out now. Was that always what you were doing, or were you kind of like just motivated to start going there based on everything that's been going on?
Well, yeah, I'll say it's more of the latter. Like, I write and create based off of what I feel and what I feel strongly about. And that goes into why one of my songs I even entitled Me, you know, because, well, I don't want to get too far ahead. But, yes, I'm definitely aware of what's going on, and it definitely has a major impact on the music I've created. Right. I mean, just think about everything that just happened yesterday, dude.
I mean, I listen. You know me.
Wild.
I don't even want to. Because this interview is about you, Alpha, and it's about you as an artist. I was trying to just stay away from that rabbit hole, because, you know, I'll go all the way down that rabbit hole with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
All the way in.
I don't want to get off of what we hear about you. We hear about you and your music, because I'll go down that rabbit hole, because this country is been trash, and they just exposing how trash they really are to the rest of the world. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else is just
I'm with you on that.
Catching on to what the hell black people been knowing in this country. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
K100, you bastards.
So, with that being said, fam, you know, we got some really dope interviews and some dope music coming up, and, you know, we got back-to-back interviews, so we got to make sure that we do everything in a timely manner tonight. So we're gonna jump into this music in a second, but I gotta ask you this question: outside of what you've seen with social justice issues and everything that we're going through, what else really keeps you going and keeps you inspired as an independent artist? Being an independent artist is tough, man. That's why we created this platform. That's why K100 Radio exists. That's why I won't allow it to go to this whole other level that everybody keeps trying to push me to, because once I get to a certain level, I start cutting out the people who I really intended to help at the very beginning of me making this whole platform. You feel what I'm saying? And so I keep it to where it is on purpose, honestly. You know, some people say, why would you stagnate growth? I'm not really stagnating growth. The brand is growing every day. It's just that certain things we want to do, we want to keep it feasible for independent artists. So tell me right now, how do you keep yourself inspired as an independent artist? Because it's tough out here. It's tough in the world, period. If 2020 and 2021 already ain't showed us nothing. It's just it's a hard knock life. How do you keep inspired to keep creating music and keep pushing?
I mean, it's just really what's in my heart. I believe that without a shadow of a doubt that I'm meant to create and to inspire. And I know that I have a voice and something to say. So just those strong feelings in my heart is just what propels me to go hard with my music.
All right. I can understand.
And by the way, congrats on your award, by the way. I say that. I know you said you stand stagnant, like, dude, you just won an award, man. I gotta congratulate you on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll take that, love. I'll take those flowers. He's talking about the recognition that we got over there at iLounge and SoundCloud. It's really dope. Shout out to the guys over there at SoundCloud over there for recognizing K100 Radio and rocking with us. Another really dope platform that we're partnered with. If you want to know more about that, you can go to K100Radio.com and just scroll down and click the link that says Sound Capsule. Sorry. And click Sound Capsule on our main page, and you'll find out a lot about that app and that venue over there at iLounge and everybody. All right, so listen, Alpha. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this music, man, because I want to be able to check out both songs and both videos, all right, and talk about them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we've got like a couple of songs by you, and we've got videos for both of these. So if you're on our Facebook Live feed, you'll be able to see the video. Of course, if you're watching this after the fact on our YouTube channel, you'll also be able to see it. And if you're listening to it on our podcast or watching us live or listening to us live right now, then you'll just be able to hear the audio. But you know, my visual people over there on the Facebook and the YouTube channel, shout out to you guys. Please make sure you hit subscribe. Hit subscribe to any of these artists that you feel like is dope too if you're over there on YouTube. So we got two songs by you. We've got Nothing's Forgiven and we got Me. Now I want to let you decide which one of these we're gonna drop first. Where should we go first?
You know what? Oh, man. I want to be a little bit lighter, just a little bit, with the intro, just before I hit on with the full force fledged. So let's start with Me.
All right, let's start with Me. So we got Me loaded up. All right, now tell me about this record. I want you to give me a good introduction for Me, and we're going to drop the video, all right? But tell me about the song itself, because the people that are listening, they can't see the video, and, so if you're on the Facebook page, you'll be able to see it. But if not, just tell us what we're about to get into with the song. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, everybody, this is my song, Me. And as the title entails, it's about not just me, but how I feel. So you're going to see a little bit about how I feel as far as my artistry, my confidence in myself. And you're also going to hear some of my sentiments about what's been going on, the social injustice, voting, all those things. So
all right,
that's what Me is about.
Artists that's talking about the world itself, for the conscious a little bit. I hate the term conscious rap, bro, because it's like, yo, you can have a conscience and still be talking about street shit. It's just that's what you live in. Your conscience tells you this is what's going on because that's the life that you live in. So I don't like to call it conscious rap, but rap, you know what I'm saying, that's covering current events and stuff like that. That's my bag. I like stuff like that. So this is the homie Alpha, man. This is K100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzum. This is the direct line interview. Welcome to the show.
K100, you bastards.
And we getting ready to drop this song and / video over there on the Facebook Live page. All right. And the name is joint is called Me. This is the homie Alpha. You dig? Let's get into it, fam.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
Me never could be. See a delicacy. Bring a shovel is deep. Please develop the seed. See the devil will flee. He's so clever than we. Be prepared for defeat. If you think you're better than me. Okay, some say that I'm narcissistic cause of the bars I'm spitting. Problem witness, y'all witness terrific shit when I rip art exhibits and I got some stitches. You think cause you're smart that we're not so different nonsense cause you got no business or a pot to pissin' for proposition. So if you say you're the GOAT, better stop your kidding. It's not a gimmick, I'm out all limit. And far from timid when I drop these lyrics. On top, I'm sitting with a lot of spirit, Pentecostal with it and apostles in it. Better not consider that I'm not the illest. There's a lot of critics, but I'm not specific. They lost the minute they stopped to listen. They got it, they picked lost on it. Just feeling awesome, sicker than a doctor clinic. Got the hardest lyrics, though you're not admitted. In a hot tub, chilling with the hottest women. The flawless skinny without a blemish. You forgot I always had a lot of bitches since Alpha wasn't even in existence. Start to kill it when I brought the pen until I stop acknowledging competition. Get a props when I mention on the god of lyrics. Won't stop until I reach the top of pyramid. I'm not a bitch, I don't got no period. Been caught a misfit, so I got to kill it. Now I got the feeling that I'm now the villain. I know Dr. Phil more like Uncle Phil. When I clung to Will when his father wouldn't, now I am flee. He's so clever than we. Be prepared for defeat. If you think you're better than me, you never could be. See a delicacy. Bring a shovel is deep. Please develop the seas. See the devil will flee. He's so clever than we. Be prepared for defeat. If you think you're better than me, make it go nuts like a gold rush when I flow. Cause doses gets high as a toe touch. The explosive, you're so struck with a light voltage. Don't die trying to control it. My composure, paranoia, suppose cause I barely know you. Trusting anyone but myself is lower than the floor. You're bare fire. He was chosen cause what's in his hemoglobin leading soldiers. He's more woke than any conspiracy theorist. Quote when he speak on COVID. Even bolder than social media warriors. But Mr. Freeze in Dakota. Fuck what any of y'all heard. Cause once I get a final word, you know it's over. I'm gonna blow the trumpet for you to learn something about Donald Trump and his dumb shit. Cause the pundits up in Congress trying to harm us. If you don't wanna vote, that's nonsense. Had to bring attention to just for a moment. Own it cause it's so important. One way to confront our opponents. To overthrow them through our voting. I'll never lose focus no matter what the media choose to show us. Black people behold this. We got it rough because we're the heroes chosen. Whispering we're the dopest. Even though showbiz complicit in teaming with corporate. Cultural vultures roll the throw shit. Sing along and truly all this. You never could be. See a delicacy. Bring a shovel is deep. Please develop the seas. See the devil will flee. He's so clever than we. Be prepared for defeat. If you think you're better than me, you never could be. See a delicacy. Bring a shovel is deep. Please develop the seas. See the devil will flee. He's so clever than we. Be prepared for defeat. If you think you're better than me.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
All right.
K100, you bastard.
K100 Radio. This is a live direct line interview. We're rocking out with the homie Alpha right now. All right, this is what we do for our independent artists. We show love, man. Yo, you came with the bars on that one. I like the beat. I like the bars on that joint. Shout out to the people watching over here on Instagram Live, by people watching on Facebook Live. All right, that one was pretty solid, Alpha. That joint was called Me, man. Listen,
Thank you so much.
And if you want on the Facebook page, you can actually see the video, which is like a lyric video too. So you could see the bars, and I was just kind of just zoning out, watching what you were saying, and just that song. You got so many complex bars in it. You kind of need that on the screen. You dig? That was a dope joint.
Yeah, my approach. Thank you. I'm glad that and that's what you're talking about, man. I'm glad that crossed over to you.
Absolutely. Someone said you sound like him a little bit. Somebody said you sound like him. Or Meezy Miles over there on Instagram said you sound like him a little bit. Damn.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
I
guess you'll
I
take
think
that.
that's a compliment. Wow.
I think that's a compliment too. You know what I'm saying? Personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment. And we got another song that's coming up too in a minute. So that was the first song. Let me see, what's the second song? Hold on a second. We're gonna run this one too in a minute. We're gonna talk a little bit though. Nothing's Forgiven.
Yeah.
We're gonna play that Nothing's Forgiven next. You said that was a little bit more deeper, so you wanted to slide into Nothing's Forgiven. So we'll play that one in a second.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but hold on.
You ready to talk about that?
Yeah, well, not a second. We got about a good solid 10 plus more minutes, so we're gonna slide that to the end in a second. You know what I mean? And ride out on that.
Bet.
But listen, so these songs you dropping, are they a part of a bigger project? You got a whole album, mixtape coming out, or you just dropping singles? What's your method right now as an artist?
Right now, I'm working on an EP that's gonna have either 4 or 5 songs. I'm working to finalize that now. I'm looking at entitling that Third Eye, and I'm also working on an album, which I will entitle The Ascension, and that's going to be approximately 12 songs. So I've been actively working on that. I'm actually working on some new songs to finish, but most of the album's already completed, so I'll be releasing that within the next month or so.
All right. So it's right around the corner. So Is this one of the albums that was what they call it? I guess in 2020 a lot of people created music. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people had projects coming out. Because we couldn't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Did this album come about? Did you record a lot of this in 2020 when everything was going on? So that's kind of like the inspiration behind it.
Man, you could say that to an extent, but it's like I had actually planned on making a release last year, like you said, but I started writing so much more new stuff that I like or favored, actually I favored more, or I thought was better suited for releasing nowadays, and prioritize that. So I pushed a lot of songs that I made like on the back burner or put on reserve and just started writing a whole bunch of new shit, man. And recorded a bunch of new shit.
All right. So this ain't one of those. A lot of people made a lot of lockdown albums. They was like, yo, we can't go anywhere. We might as well cook up. I'm like, if you're an artist, you're supposed to be cooking up anyway. I guess if you're an active artist that's really trying to put music out like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm an artist too. Like I said, I don't do music all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just something I like to do every now and again. But you know, I understand that too. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes people just kind of lay back and got other things going on. You know, it's always a struggle as an independent artist. How do you balance it? Because as an independent artist, you got to live life, pay bills, probably will have a 9-to-5 or a hustle that's risking your freedom, and still get inspired to do music. And that's not easy, bro. Like, trust me, I know. So how do you balance it? Being an independent artist, you have to come out here, make sure you can pay the bills, take care of the kids if you got any, do all that, and some kind of way, take some of that money that you got, it's probably not a lot, go to the lab, cook up, promote it, market it, all that. How you balancing it?
I just love how you just really, like, broke down the story of my life with that. Well, you're absolutely right, man. Like, it's like you said, I just have to, you know, handle my responsibilities. You're like, yeah, I work, I stay on top of my bills, and then, you know, I budget so that I can do what I need to do with music to make myself a success, which is indicative of why I'm here.
All right. So tell me about Nothing's Forgiven. And we're going to jump into this one because we're coming up on pushing up against the clock now. All right. I hate that my direct line interviews can't last longer, but we gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But the point is,
dude, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, we came here for the music. We came here for the music and the conversation anyway. This is K100 Radio. This is a direct line interview.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
So tell me about Nothing's Forgiven, Alpha. What we getting into now?
All right. So it's like I've always been apprised of the reality of police brutality. Like, my uncle was murdered by a cop. You know, he was unarmed. And, you know, I don't want to get too much detail, but basically I've known since I was young how the world works and the injustice is done towards us. And so it's always been something I was passionate about. But once everything that's happened over the past few years, I just couldn't remain silent anymore, and I just had to make songs that really just encapsulated what everybody was thinking and feeling, you know what I mean, as far as blacks in America or around the world.
All right, so let's check this out, man. This is Alpha. We live right now on K100 Radio. Shout out to our listeners. Shout out to our people checking us out over here on Instagram, Facebook. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, if you're listening to our podcast on Spotify after the fact, we appreciate you. This joint is called Nothing Forgiven. This is Alpha, and this is K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards!
They say Black Lives Matter, so what is it they're missing? They swear they always listen, but they commence with their lynching. Maybe if we sit and look up the definition of the word matter, which is substance lacking mind and spirit. That's the way we're depicted by our skin and its pigment. The difference in description is cryptic and they missed it. It's giving us incentive to go really nuts, not giving up. You feel the rush when triggers bust, you killing us, forget it. Fuck this shit, my lyrics persistent, uplifting, insistent, assistance, a different ethics when the sentence and pickets still thinking we're chickens. Build buildings in prison, or police go missing. You're feeling resistance is vicious. You did this. Bring justice to victims or nothing's forgiven. Bring justice to victims or nothing's forgiven. Bring justice to victims or nothing's forgiven. It's time that we revoke the broken system. Give everybody hope when we resist it. Although it's gonna take a large commitment, let's get it, it's worth it to risk it. Please listen. Bring justice to victims or nothing's forgiven. 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 The only way to change direction is to maintain the essence that break the chains, suppressing oppression. Entertain the less is pathetic. No need to make confessions. We should just break the system, enabling criminals who are really thugs that are that there's too many victims to name. Rest in peace to... Rest in peace to... Fuck.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards!
K100 Radio. I am your host, Blizzard, man, and this is a direct line interview. We rocking out, man. We getting ready to wrap this thing up with the homie Alpha. All right, that last song and video, if you over there on our Facebook live feed, was called Nothing's Forgiven. Another really impressive display of lyricism, bro. Another impressive display of lyricism. I like it. 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 I like the energy. I like the track. I like the wordplay. Salute.
Yo, that means a lot coming from a vent like you, brother. So thank you immensely.
Absolutely, man. Listen, don't stop pushing. Keep grinding. You feel what I'm saying? We're coming up against the clock, and I got another interview coming up in a minute. But I just want to make sure, shout out to everybody that's watching over there on the Instagram live, and the people that's watching live, and the people that's listening live. It's always more people listening live because, you know, you can take K1's Radio on the road. So, you know, it's always more people listening on our broadcast who have downloaded our app or maybe listen to us. We have thousands. We're close to 10,000 followers on TuneIn Radio, which is a lot for independent online station on the TuneIn Radio app. So it's always way more people listening live via TuneIn, or maybe they have our app, maybe our website. So shout out to the people who always just listen in, and you guys just keep tuning in, and you never really turn us off when we have an independent artist or a music review or an interview or anything like that, man. Salute to you guys for just being cool with ingesting different content. Shout out to you guys just listening over there on the actual broadcast. Appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? And of course, my people who taking time to check us out over here live. Before we go, Alpha, we got to make sure, fam, that you give out your social media information and any shout outs. Anybody you want to shout out before we get ready to wrap this thing up, fam. Go ahead. You got the floor.
All right, man. Yo, first and foremost, I want to thank my engineer, my man Knox, the engineer. I got to holler at my dude, Yassine, who put those two videos together. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yo, everybody, this is Alpha. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking me out. If you want to stay locked in, please follow me on IG at Alphas Here. That's ALPHASHERE. Again, Alphas Here. On Instagram, you could also see the link directly to my YouTube, which is well, I won't bother giving you all that. Just go to my IG and you'll see that.
If you're on YouTube,
I got y'all.
And if you're on YouTube right now, you might as well go ahead and find them because you're already on YouTube. If you're watching this replay on our channel, and look them up, man. You feel me? Go ahead and look them up. Look up Alpha. All right, and he's got some really great music, man. Salute to you, dog. I appreciate you for doing this direct line interview with it. Did you enjoy it? You like it?
Oh man, of course, this is lit. And I almost forgot one other thing. You can look me up. That's on Spotify. Everything's on Alphas Here.
Right.
All my music's on Alphas Here. Check me out.
That's important. Spotify is Alpha's Here. Make sure you guys check him out. All right, Alpha, I got to get ready for my next interview, man. I appreciate you, man. Keep grinding. That's dope music, fam. All right?
Thank you, bro. It's been real.
Absolutely. Salute. Next up.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
You know,
K100, you bastards!
I always like really chopping it up with some of the really dope independent artists that we come across and we run across out here in the game, man. You feel me? And we meet people all different kinds of ways. This other artists that we get ready to interview, we met them a different kind of way. If you're on the YouTube channel, please hit subscribe. All right? Hit subscribe and follow our podcast on Spotify.